Hey everybody, welcome back to Livie Says. Today is the second part of my hair extensions 101 video, and this is how I like to style my hair extensions. And this is just me showing you how you can get this really lovely sort of princessy wavy curl thing. I really like it, and if you want to know how to do it too, just keep watching the video. What I've done is I've moved all the extensions behind my head, and the bits that are in front are my shortest bits of my hair. And what you're going to do is get some kind of heat protectant. Again, I'm using one by Tresemme, and this is their heat defense. This protects your hair up to 230 degrees, which is awesome. And I'm just going to spray the front of my hair. You've got all your extensions in, you want them to blend nicely. So let your heat protectant dry a little. And now turn on your styling tool. I always like to start is the front of my hair, because if the front of my hair doesn't look right after I've done the rest of my hair, I get stressy. So I like to do the front of my hair first and then work the rest of my hair in with it. So this is the front of my hair. It's the part that doesn't have any extensions in whatsoever. It's just the front sort of shapy parts. And I'm going to wait for this to heat up. Now I have my heat tool always tuned to 170 degrees because I do not like to use really hot settings as I know how much it burns your hair. I just don't see the point in using a heat tool that hot, so I like to just use the lowest setting. It does the same job. I'm going to take this section here and I'm going to just pull that behind the heating tool. Little spiral. And I like to sort of just twist mine round. Some people like to sort of push the curl up and hold it until it gets cold, but I just like to sort of twist mine and then hold it like that. There we go, that'll do. I was about to say it's perfect and I was like, no it's not, but it'll do. And that way you get a much nicer little spiral at the front. And I'm going to repeat it just next to it with the shortest part, the parts that sort of frame my face. And that way, as that starts to cool, I like to wrap it around the first one, and I'm taking the last part of my hair before I get to the lower regions. And I'm going to do the same thing. I literally wrap it around and then twist it as I pull down. And you should be left with a really nice little spiral. This is the Diva Glamorizer, in case you're wondering. I absolutely love this heating tool. I wouldn't use anything else. I don't see the point. This does the trick, and I love the fact that it can be a straightener, a curling wand, and a curling barrel all at the same time. There we go. Can you see that spiral there? And while you're thinking this is going to be really tight curls, it's not, because as I go I'm going to brush them out. But I'm just going to do this little section here. Wrap it round, pull down, and then twist as you pull down. Oh, that's lovely. That's a lovely one. Now, this is where the point where you start to move on to curling the extensions. So, you need to section your hair. You can't do it all in one go. So, start with the front side part, the part where you use the one clip wefts. And I'm actually going to curl this in 2 stages, i.e. this bit and then this lower bit. Do the top bit first, because then it'll be out of the way and you won't have to move it in order to get the right shape, because that's very annoying. Push down and wrap around, and then pull and twist as you go. And that way you get a spiral, and when I say a spiral I don't mean a curl and I don't mean a wave. It's like a loose curl or a tight wave. I don't know how to explain it. Now bear in mind that your own hair will always curl much better than an extension. Always bear that in mind. They will curl incredibly, incredibly well, but you have to bear in mind that your own hair is going to curl much better. So be prepared to take a little bit of time curling the extensions, because they're not going to curl as perfectly as your own hair would. Wrap it up into my funny little curl and pat the heat out of it. I always pat the heat out of my curls. I'm not sure why I do this. I just find it a much quicker process than letting it, you know, fall out naturally. It just takes too long. And repeat. Now, you can also style your hair extensions before you've even clipped them in, but it depends. If you want to style them to match your hair and you want to blend them together, then I would advise doing it at the same time. But if you already know the style you're going for and you just want to prepare them and you don't want to take a really long time doing it all in one go, then of course you can simply do it beforehand and just curl the wefts singularly. The great thing about the Diva Glamorizer is that it can also create these amazing princess curls, and the ones I'm talking about are the ones like Taylor Swift has in the music video for Love Story. Proper princessy curls. You can either use a regular plastic hairbrush, this one's from Tresemme again. I'm really repping Tresemme today. This video isn't even sponsored by them, I just seem to be liking Tresemme at the moment. Or you can use a bristle brush. I would advise a bristle brush if you have one, because they're very good for brushing out the hair and making it kind of very soft and very fluffy. So now that's brushed, as you can see we have this massive sort of conjoined curly wave at the front. And as we move around, curling the rest of the hair, this is going to drop and not be quite so perfectly curled, and it will form a really gorgeous wave. The benefit of backcombing the root where you're applying the hair extension is that as you pull this down, it's not going to pull the hair extension out. That is the one major benefit, apart from the fact that it really holds it in all day. It means that you don't have to worry about your hair extension being pulled out by a curling iron or anything, because that can be really annoying having to put it back in. That's what he said. And now that everything is curled, I'm literally just brushing the waves and sort of twisting them. I'm sort of twisting my natural hair around the extensions. You'll be left with this sort of mass of mermaidy, sort of wavy curls. And it depends, you can sort of choose the shape that you want, but this is how I like to do mine. You can also pull them all to one side and have this sort of mass, and maybe pin that bit there. Either way, it's a really good way of blending extensions in with your own hair and making it all look like it's sort of all your own hair. That's the whole idea of hair extensions. You don't want them to look obvious, you want them to look sort of natural and effortless and like you woke up and your hair looked like this naturally. Obviously it didn't, it took some time, but you can do whatever you like with it. And the other good thing about hair extensions is that you can still wear your hair back, you just have to sort of position the hair atop your head to make sure that none of the wefts are showing, but you can have it in like a really gorgeous little low ponytail, have the waves like that. But me personally, I just prefer to have it all around my face. I really hope that you enjoyed this tutorial, you found it helpful, instructive. If you'd like to see more videos of me doing hair extensions and styling and stuff, do let me know. And if you like this video, please don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button up above my head. And if you liked it, give it a thumbs up, add it to your favourites, and most of all, leave me a comment because I love reading comments. Other than that, I hope you have a fantastic day wherever you are, and I will see you guys soon with my next video. Bye bye, guys.